It's a groundbreaking study about devout Catholics across the U.S., and some of the results might surprise you. DeSales Media, the parent company of Currents News, joined forces with Vinea Research to look into intentional discipleship. They examined more than 3,000 intentional disciples, basically Catholics who take their faith seriously, to pinpoint their needs. The researchers say some results were expected, but others were surprising. For example, 1 in 5 devout Catholics are not comfortable talking about their faith. And while 76% are interested in developing their evangelization skills, 39% don't know where to start. Joining us now to break down what all of this information means is Dave Plisky, the Director of Product and Innovation for DeSales Media. Hi, Dave. Nice to have you here.
It's great to be here, Christine.
So, Dave, this is perfect timing for this survey with the synod happening. You know, we're trying to listen to the concerns of parishioners. Why is this research needed now?
Well, like you said, the Synod on Synodality is kind of wrapping up its first session. And, in Brooklyn and around the world, we're hearing that, the need is there for lay leadership and for formation, among the lay leadership. And that's exactly the type of things that we're hearing as well from this study, which is so important because whether you work in ministry or you are just a Catholic trying their best to live as a disciple, we need to know what do disciples look like? What are their needs? What are their hopes? And the better we know that, the better we can identify them and hopefully get them what they need to go out on mission and live the Great Commission to make disciples of all nations.
Right. Let's take a look at some of your findings. First, nearly half of those surveyed say they've never received spiritual direction before. Does that surprise you? I mean, we're talking about people who live their faith and take part in parish ministries.
It's true. It partly does and it partly doesn't. Spiritual direction is hard to come by. There's anyone I've talked to said it's difficult for them to find one, either because just like any kind of match, it's hard to find that person for you, but also because there's limited supply. It's only so many people who are actually qualified to be doing this. Priests and monks and sisters, but also some laity do it. So, and I know in my own life it was pretty difficult to find one. At the same time, we're talking about the most serious, devout Catholics, like you said.
Right.
So you would think that these of anyone in our faith would be doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, then there's this one. You found almost all respondents say they use both physical and digital aids in living out their faith. The Bible is the top physical aid at 74%. Podcasts were the top digital aid at 60%. Brooklyn Bishop Robert Brennan has his own podcast. So is this the new way to evangelize, maybe to the younger Catholics?
Absolutely. I mean, we're always on our phones, right? And we're often doing things that allow us to listen to something while we're doing them, whether it's commuting, walking down the street, whatever it is. So yeah, this is one more way to kind of stay connected with your faith, even when you're on the go.
That's great. So how can the Diocese of Brooklyn use this information?
So we're already working very closely with the Secretariat for Evangelization and Catechesis on how we can make sure to kind of use this information that we're finding to implement it. What we do with formation, specifically around the laity and those who lead in the church, we want to make sure that they are supplied with the materials, the resources they need, and also the accompaniment they need so that they feel comfortable to go out and have those important conversations with others and do the deep listening that is such a huge part of getting to know someone and living your faith. Yeah.
All right, it'll be interesting to see how it all works out after we have the results of the study. Dave Plisky, Director of Product and Innovation for DeSales Media. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, Christine.
Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti, anchor of Currents News. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button on this video. And if you want to see more content just like it, subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, because we are putting your faith in the news.